And at some point, somebody will be able to see us. Let me double check Restream to make sure it's working.
I see a waiting for deadline commish right now. And I am watching as your family. I should probably change that, I see us live. So that's good.
Awesome. We should probably post the links. Can somebody post links to all the places?
I can do it in at least the Discord.
Hey, there's at least one person watching. That's good.
Yeah, that's me.
No, I see a name of a person that definitely does not say Joe Cuevas.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Reds GM. We got Brickwall 35. Somebody please put it in the thread, one of you guys. Hello. We are going to get started real soon here with TDG tonight.
Do I have to change
2021, brought to you by
Old Line
Woodwork. I forgot the name. It's right here. It's above my head. You can see it. Hopefully you can read it.
My bed tonight also provided by Old Line Woodwork. So fucking mad.
Classic.
To be clear, I'm mad that I need the bed. I'm not mad that I have the bed.
Incredible. Man, maybe I should grab some Harris Heller stream beats. I feel like the silence is deafening on a stream.
The title of the stream is currently GM announcement stream, by the way.
I fixed it, but I can.
That's fantastic.
I can double fix it.
Okay. It is now in the day one thread as well.
Bueno. Trade deadline tonight. 2021. Night 1. Click save. There we go. All right. Now it is. If you refresh the page, it'll have the right title.
It sure does.
Bueno. Hello to the people who are here. Welcome. Yeah, I gotta shave all of this if I'm gonna be on the Yankees. If I end the week on the Yankees, I will shave to everything. I'll shave everything.
Yeah, this is travel facial hair.
Actually, I start a job soon, but I'll be wearing a mask. It's fine. Welcome to people in the chat. We are. This is a lot higher production value than we've ever had for a trade deadline tonight. And hey, we even have our fourth member of the stream here. Let me hit the transition key. There we go. And oh, Jeremy's muted, but Jeremy's now unmuted. There we go. Oh no, you know what? I know why everybody's muted. That's why. It's because Skype sends all the audio through one channel. So you're not double hearing anybody.
That's strange.
Let's see here. Let's put some stream beats on. Because that's just what you do when you're streaming. You play stream beats.
Yep.
As one does. Let's see if it's too loud.
So I ran down to grab a charger out of the hotel parking lot, out of my car. And I got down to my car finally, and I realized I forgot the keys to my car. So,
are you going to dash again?
I don't know.
If you'd listen,
how many people are watching right now?
We have, I think,
and I realized I forgot the keys to my car.
I think we have 10 right now. I'm hearing Jimmy's audio back through somebody's computer.
It was me.
Cool.
It was me. I accidentally opened up the YouTube app.
Not a problem. Yeah, we got 11 watching right now, but fortunately, because we have such high production value, I can just take your video off. It's not that a problem. So.
You know what? take me off. I'll be right back grabbing my charging cables. So
Take your key.
Don't forget your keys. Let me make sure the scene's in here for OBS.
So that was a preview of our guest for later on.
Yep. He will
Ladies and gents,
be joining us.
non-binary friends.
Guys and gals and pals beyond the binary. Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary. Does anybody listen to that Sleep With Me podcast?
No.
I don't know. I don't listen to it often, but I listen to it sometimes. And he always starts it with, hello, ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, something like that. Brian Taylor, I don't think I survive as a Phillies fan for a week. You might get traded. It'll happen. It's happened before. Plenty of people get traded more than once. So, how have your days been, gents, on the panel?
They have been days.
Still not home.
Yeah, Joe, of course, is stuck in Jeremy's basement. He's just on the other side. They're looking right at each other right now. Go ahead and make eye contact, guys.
Yeah, like this.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so I left the West Coast at 4 a.m. and I landed and then I was like, okay, 2 hour layover. 2 hour layover happened. Then the flight got delayed 40 minutes. We get on the plane. They had to sit on the tarmac for 55 minutes and they were like, yeah, we're going to take you guys back to the gate. Hope you have a hotel reservation. And then my phone was at like 10%. I was desperately trying to call Jeremy. So...
And I was happy to run up and grab him and bring him back.
Yep.
In the passenger seat, not the trunk, like in Kuhan's
Right,
vehicle.
correct. Yeah, I did drive to the grocery store today, put some food in the trunk, and I got some extra for Ikakium to eat. So he's hopefully doing all right there in that in the trunk of my Kia. It's funny that I transferred him from trunks. I used to drive a Jetta, and he transferred trunk to trunk. He went right to the Kia when I got the new car.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, he has
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
yeah. Well,
And
for what it's worth, I've had Wi-Fi in my
Wi-Fi,
car for
Brad.
years. That's not new. He always had Wi-Fi.
Right, but my point being, if he has the internet, what else does he really need?
Correct. Yes. And once again, this is not a joke. My car does have Wi-Fi, and my last two cars also did have Wi-Fi. I put Wi-Fi in my cars. I'm weird like that. Or cool, depending on how you see it.
So, Jeremy, what did I interrupt you doing?
Not anything. It's just nothing. Adulting.
How about that home run derby?
That was a home run derby.
Quite a home run derby.
It ran over. We saw some grown men hit some dingers. It was a home run derby.
It was a home run derby. Shohei
my
Ohtani out in the
favorite
first
part-
round, but that was an incredible tie-breaking round. Pete Alonso just...
Honestly.
How many home runs did he end up hitting tonight? Like 70?
Let's look that up.
I wasn't paying that much attention, and as you know, I'm very bad at
He hit
arithmetic.
35 in the first round, I think 16 in the second round, I think 23 in the third round. So that's
23 plus 16 is 39?
39 and 35
So
is
just
74.
over 70, yeah.
Yep. 74 home runs, if I remember those numbers right.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Assuming those numbers were remembered.
Assuming those numbers are
correctly.
correct, the math is probably correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, 35, 16, and 23.
Cool.
And it was Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez hit 28 home runs facing Pete Alonso. Rough for Salvador Perez. He hit the the second most home runs in the round, excluding the tiebreaker guys. So they did give Alonso more of a rest in the last round, but like he had more of a rest just by default. Like that's the way that the bracket is built. And in fact, on the Our Baseball podcast, if you happen to listen, Lewis and I talked about that. He thought that very much that somebody who got to go first in the first round and then second in the second round would most likely win. And so that's what Alonso did. He got first in the first round, second in the second round. So he got to like rest a little bit more. But he also, I don't know, man, Mancini might have won otherwise, but like he hit a lot. Like he just was mashing bombs. I feel like Alonso was never going to stop hitting home runs until people literally physically stopped him from hitting home runs. Like, I don't think he needed the timeout. Like, he got a little bit of extra time at the timeout, but I don't think he needed that timeout. I think he would have hit 30 home runs if they just let him mash and mash and mash and mash. Because Mancini went first, right? Yeah.
Correct. So then we're in agreement. Trey Mancini would have won without that feigned injury of the Shaker. Glad that we all agree.
I was pulling for Mancini. Yeah, I was Ohtani Mancini were my 1-2 for who I wanted to win, because just a great story, Trey Mancini.
Yeah, I get it.
Karen, I'm a neutral observer just stating facts. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're very incredibly neutral. With literally you have BAL in your in your name on YouTube.
In your YouTube
it's short for
name,
Balhurst.
which means you had to try to do
You actively did that, yeah.
That's for Balhurst, Connecticut.
Balhurst, Connecticut. I was telling my mom about Shohei Ohtani like last week because I was staying with my parents, and then there was a baseball game on. I think it was Angels someone. Might have been Angels Red Sox. But like I was talking up Shohei Ohtani, and then like the camera pans him, and then like he fouls off of himself multiple times, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have tried to get you into baseball in this very moment. Watching the best player in baseball foul off of random parts of his own body.
My dad thinks that the Ohtani thing is a conspiracy theory because he came here and was good out of nowhere, unquote. And I was like, well, he was kind of mashing in Japan for a while.
He was also really good before, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was really good in the NPB. All right. It appears our guest is back, so we'll give him a second to get settled in.
No, he's not back yet. He is physically back, but not emotionally.
Not even. I forgot my charging block. I got cables.
Jimmy!
So I'm plugging in my laptop, and then I'm plugging in my charging cable
to your laptop.
My phone.
I truly don't understand what you're doing.
You also don't have a 1-year-old
with you.
This is true.
I assumed you were on like a sales call.
Well, I am on a sales call, but I left this morning with a 1-year-old screaming and crying.
Gotcha. You didn't bring a block with you? I thought you just didn't bring it from the car.
No, I just forgot to pack.
Gotcha.
Them.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But there's no laws.
You didn't do that old trick where you just go to the hotel front desk and say, "Hey, I think I left my charging block out here," and they're like, "Yeah, we have 17 of them."
Yeah, I literally actually did that, and they didn't have any in Lost and Found, but the front desk lady asked if I wanted to borrow hers, and I felt awful saying yes to that
Right.
because
No,
I
that's
knew
fair.
for a
that's
fact.
fair. That's fair.
I knew for a fact I would leave with it.
Blue Birdie 7 says Charlie on stream. We were right. Charlie's not in the same city as Jimmy is right now. Sorry. Otherwise,
All right.
he'd be happy to do it. Well, it's also probably past his bedtime. But
Yeah, a little bit past bedtime, I'm assuming.
I don't know, my best friend keeps
Well-
like their daughter up until like 11 o'clock. I don't get it.
Now that we've got a panel together, once that gets fixed, is there something that we need to hear before we get started?
As always, yes, there indeed is. Here we go with our theme song, which is also the theme song, as you may know, to the Paramount Plus original series, iCarly. I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of, wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. And it's time to just see the brightest side of every situation. Some things are meant to be, so give it your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it on me. Just leave it on me. Just leave it on me. Welcome to Trade Deadline tonight, night 1 of 2021. I am Kuhan Luke. Joining me are some members of the Office of the Commissioner up top here. I'm pointing at the wrong hand because I'm trying to put my guitar away. Up top here, that is Professor What? The Professor Commissioner Emeritus. Right here, that is Whoa, It's a Factorial. And down here, not a member of the Commissioner's Office, but a longtime friend rejoining us for the first time as a general manager since the very first trade deadline game. It is Jimothy Riggins, who is the Royals general manager once again. Thank you for joining us again, Jimmy. It's been a long time.
Oh, it's great. I'm glad that you would have me tonight, and I feel like I've broke new ground today.
Honestly, yes.
Legitimate cash has been exchanged for
That
players.
is true.
And before anyone gets upset and like, wait, someone actually gave someone else money for a player. No, not quite. Myself and another user with the Royal subreddit. Let me get the specific statistics. Wheat Kraken, user Wheat Kraken, have been traded to the Philadelphia Phillies. In return, we get a user. Let me double check the notes here. In return, we get a user. His name's Jeremy, and I'm not really sure he's super active on the Phillies sub. But in addition to that, the Phillies have donated $150 to the Negro League Baseball Museum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is fantastic.
Fantastic. We love the Negro League Baseball Museum, obviously based in Kansas City, where Jimmy is from. And we actually, in fact, if you'd like to hear more about the Negro League Baseball Museum, not to plug the Our Baseball podcast again, but one of the early episodes of the Our Baseball podcast is an interview with the director of the museum.
Yeah, the president of the league.
Yep. So, great stuff. We love the Negro Leagues, and it's great history stuff. $150 donation, like actual real life money. We've exchanged actual real life food before, but I don't know that actual real life money has exchanged hands in a trade deadline game before.
And just for the record, the food trade, I was corrected today by Busty St. Clair that the food was never actually delivered.
I've
also
gotten
definitely
food.
gotten food.
Okay, because I remember Busty St. Clair was complaining to me that she made a trade for pizza, and the pizza
I
never
think
arrived.
that might have been
Yeah.
like a second or third year, because I think that's when she was a GM, either the second or the third year. But I know in the first year when I was Cardinals GMing myself, like the first year that we did the thing, back when it was an entire mess, and Jimmy and I were inputting names manually into spreadsheets.
The one spreadsheet.
Yes, the one
you said.
spreadsheet. Once again, thank you, Jeremy, for saving our entire lives. But yes, I definitely traded a user for I think it was a Dominono code. So like not quite actually buying somebody food, but it's happened later on that people have actually bought each other food. But yes, I definitely got a Dominono code and a free pizza in the very first year.
Yeah. Khaleesi says she sent pizza 2 years ago. I remember that. We definitely got 8 for different reasons. But
I also received a pizza 2 years ago.
Did you also get that pizza eventually?
I did. Yes.
Because that was the best bit, was was Jeremy being promised a pizza and the pizza being sent to the rest of the office of the commissioner instead. Great. It was a great bit.
Yeah, Otter
It was
sent me-
Gold-plated pizza. Fantastic.
Otter was kind enough to send me a pizza code. So
Nope.
shout out to Otter.
Yeah. Bless up Otter Hooligan for sending Jeremy.
Hey,
a pizza.
Anna Kendrick's in the chat, Joe.
Nice.
The Anna Kendrick.
The Anna Kendrick. The name is Anna Kendrick. It's a picture of Anna Kendrick. Tremendous. Anna Kendrick, what team are you a fan of?
At Anna Kendrick 47. Hi.
Where's Anna Kendrick from, Joe?
Anna Kendrick from Portland, Maine, so probably a Red
makes
Sox
sense.
fan. Yeah. Alternatively, one of the New York teams because she was on Broadway at 12?
Maybe she's a damn Yankees fan. Hey, speaking of the damn Yankees, that's the team that I'm on, and that was not an intentional segue, but it was a pretty okay one. There was a big Yankees trade today. A lot of Yankees traded for a lot of Red Sox because there were a lot of Astros no trade clauses.
Oh my lord.
Normally that kind of thing wouldn't go through because we have a limit of 5. I was surprised, Jeremy, that we didn't set that up in the database. I know that for some reason we assumed that GMs would be smart, but that's always the wrong assumption to make.
Yeah. Don't make that
Never
assumption.
make that assumption.
I think that we let it go when we were discussing how we were going to build it out because it wasn't as much of a pain to do it.
That's fair enough, yeah. But like I think the other part of the reason that we have it is so that we don't have big giant trades, especially like in the first year we had the giant Nationals, like all of the Nationals for all of the Angels trade. And that really put us in a hole for both the Nationals and Angels subreddits. They did not enjoy it.
Yeah, which is fair, right? Like, you want to kind of move around a couple times if possible, and even if not, you like the game to like stay active and not end on day one.
Right, exactly.
In my first year with the game, I was a GM for Baltimore, and I traded to take control of another subreddit because of the 5-player limit. That was part of the ruling that we put in, where I just took control of a subreddit. I didn't trade players; I traded control.
Yeah, that happened. That definitely happened. So this is how you get hired by black hatting.
Essentially, yeah. Honestly, not even that. All you gotta do is tell us you're gonna do something and prove that you can do it, and then eventually do it. Like there's been, because actually it was literally that like we were like, oh yeah, we gotta ask Jeremy again next year, and we asked him again the next year. Said yeah, I'll do it, and then he did it. Like we've had 4 other people say they could do it and then never did it, and Jeremy did it in like a day.
Yeah, I got that message. What, a week and a half before?
Yeah,
it
well,
was
the
set
thing
to
is,
go down?
it was hockey
And I
too.
was like,
So like that was the thing that we like to use hockey as a proving ground for baseball. Even though hockey has grown to be about the size of baseball now, it's still still feels like baseball's our flagship game. That's the game we started with and all that. Until maybe we finally do NBA next year. We'll see.
NBA next year, 4 years running.
NBA next year, 4 years running. Listen, all right, I committed to doing NBA in 2020, and then Kobe died. Like, what do you do? What are you gonna do? You can't be like, "Hey, Kobe died. Let's play a fun game, guys." Like, that's not right. It's tough.
Especially when none of us are regularly active on our NBA, that would not have gone
Yeah,
well.
it was an awkward situation. I was like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and ignore.
Little
Yeah,
tone
exactly.
deaf.
It was like, we want to do it, but we're gonna push it back and try to do it another time. So we are planning on hoping to do an NBA TDG at some point in time. But who knows when.
Yeah, like Brobroma says in the chat, good luck interacting with RNBA mods.
Well, I think it's a good enough idea, and I think they'll be chill enough about it because it is fun, and it's the kind of thing that I think that sub would really get into. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know the RNBA mods all that well. Let me flip that a little bit.
I think I know a couple of them. So, I mean, we can talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
But I think I do agree that I think it's a good idea. But we'll see ultimately how it goes.
And of course, having the stats to back up, we have X number of baseball, X number of hockey. We've done for 4 or 5 years now.
Avador 77.
Avador
Figured it out.
77
Yep, go ahead, Joe.
wants to know, how does the R Hockey TDG differ one?
Can I?
Short
Can I
answer,
field
it doesn't.
this one? Oh, I wanted to field.
I mean, you can field it, but that was
They're
my
hockey
answer.
teams instead of baseball teams.
Yeah, it is essentially the same except with hockey teams instead of baseball teams. There's also we had fewer reporters in the our hockey trade deadline game, and I'm not sure if it was just less of a desire to do it or just because we had one really, really good reporter.
Yeah, I definitely also gave keys to some reporter accounts, certain people who immediately broke those reporter accounts. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I believe we also have 2 no trade clauses in hockey as well.
Yeah, we did East and West, right?
Yes.
But I think that was part of it was we had more no trade clauses the first few years of baseball, and we wanted to see how it would. And then I feel like East and West kind of just stuck around. Who knows? Maybe we'll do one no trade clause next year.
Do we have a good turnout for our hockey? Yes, we do. Yeah, we have about the same that we have for baseball. It's been kind of quiet for baseball this year. I think first year back from COVID, we took a year off. Our signups were already a little bit lower. They're not growing at the rate that they normally do. We'll see if they start to. But we usually get a pretty solid turnout for hockey. It early on it was lower, obviously, but it started to grow to be just about the same as baseball now. All right. Do we have any other big storylines today?
Texas is collecting skyscrapers.
Yes. Yeah. There's some collection going
That's
on.
definitely a thing they're trading
Texas
for.
is trading for skyscrapers. I think Cleveland is trading for zoos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cleveland asked for a zoo today. And I need to research who this wheat guy is that I got traded with for $150 donated to the Negro League Baseball Museum, because I had 3 different GMs messaging me asking for it, which is how the money started going up.
I thought the Phillies traded for the Negro League Museum thing.
I met the Phillies. I said the Reds once already tonight, and that was a mistake. I met the Phillies, but the Phillies
is Otter, right?
Yeah, Otter. And the Phillies and the Browns and then one other team were trying to trade for him, and they were going into a bidding.
The Browns?
They said, who's willing to do a minimum of $5 to the Negro League Baseball Museum? And then it just started getting
Wait, hold on. They bid up from 5 to 150? That is truly incredible. I love that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So I said, the first one, okay, this is great. So it's are you willing to watch Ted Lasso? And they said, yeah, I'll watch Ted Lasso. And then Otter, he messaged me saying he was interested in it.
But yeah.
And I said, are you interested in watching Ted Lasso? And he took a picture of himself watching Ted Lasso as we spoke. Like, he's like, I'm already there, champ. Like, he was like watching it as we were talking. I was like, okay, so in order to beat watching Ted Lasso, how about donating $5 to the Negro League Baseball Museum? And so he did $5, and then the other team said, hey, what's the deal? And I said, well, he did 5. Can you beat 5? And they're like, yeah, we can do 25. And then it just kept going and going and going. And finally, we're up to $50. So is it $50? We do 55. And he said, screw it. I'm just going to do $100. So I went to the other group and I was like, they're at $100. Can you do 5? Can you do 105? And he was just, hold up just a second. And then they came back and said, I'll do 150. And then the other group was like, no, we can't, we can't go that far.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I don't know. She's always willing to donate to a good cause, Otter. Like, that's.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make an assumption. I just didn't.
It's
ask.
The internet. Everyone's on
apologize.
the internet usually.
Well, and I was trying intentionally to say they, but then I'm also trying to do like.
Yeah,
three
no,
things
don't
at
worry.
once.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm sorry.
That's how streams go, right? There's always like, hold on, I got this to do and that to do and this to do. Otter says she just finished.
Yeah, that's definitely something I appreciate about both Otter and Khaleesi, though, where they are both.
Well, that was something. Not to talk about the thing that we just killed, but in the trivia that Joe and I did until just recently, they were one of the first teams to play and one of the first teams to be like, yeah, we just want to donate our money. They weren't the very first. The very first was the team from the off-season sim, but always love to donate with those folks. So. Otter, by the way, also said she just finished episode 10 of Ted Lasso. It's so good. Fun fact, Jimmy and I watched episode 10 of Ted Lasso together.
Yes, we did. We watched it together.
We wanted to get a viewing party together. Nobody else showed up, so Jimmy and I just sat there on a Google Hangout and watched Ted Lasso together. It was great. It was a fun experience.
It worked out really well. It wasn't too complex or complicated. The only thing is, like, 9 was a good 2 seconds ahead of me, so he would start to laugh at jokes before I heard them. But that's fine, because I've watched the show now at minimum, I have watched the show 15 times.
Wow. That's even more than I have.
episode.
I think I've only done like 6 or
episodes.
7. And I'll probably do another one this coming week in preparation of season 2. But yeah.
Yeah. And
I've only watched the show twice.
I'm subscribed to every single Ted Lasso podcast on iTunes.
I don't, here's by the way,
love
this
this
is something
so
I'm
much.
gonna start doing because I now also am starting a traveling sales job where I'm going to be in my car a lot and doing on sales calls. So I am pumped to listen to a lot more podcasts than I have in the last few years because I have.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to every Ted Lasso podcast there is. And it's interesting because one is been caught up on the show for a long time. And the rest started relatively recently. And so they're spacing out their releases, their episode reviews to keep up with the release of the new season. And so it's really interesting how one will release on a Tuesday and the next will release on a Thursday, the exact same episode. And so I can just replay the episode in my head when they're talking about it while I'm driving and I can't rewatch the episode itself. And honestly, a lot of these podcasters do a really good job. One podcast, all they did one season, so every other week they do a episode review. And then on the off week, they do a special thing on just different aspects of the show. So one week they brought in a barbecue specialist and all they did was talk about Kansas City barbecue. And it was awesome. And I'm from Kansas City, so I definitely took that I took that to heart. But all that to say, for you viewers out there, I have several talented users that are up for trade. And all you have to do to get them is to trade, to guarantee and promise to watch Ted Lasso. Because here's the thing. Nobody should have to watch a Royals game right now. So I'm really not that interested in trading my players away for other players and making them hate the Royals for the rest of their lives. Next year, I think we'll be a better team, and I'll trade for actual players and users next year, because then they might actually watch us and go, you know what, the Royals ain't so bad. But this year, they're going to watch us and go, I'm never doing this ever again. And so hit me up if you've never watched Ted Lasso, and I'll trade away players so you can watch some TV.
Avador77 in the chat asks if
Jimmy.
Ted Lasso is a black comedy or more of a dramedy. I would say it's a straight comedy with some drama. If you've ever seen Scrubs, it is the same showrunner as Scrubs, and it's sort of a similar vibe.
It's basically you're watching the show and you're laughing a bunch, but then at the end you find yourself crying. And the big thing is like when you're finished watching the show, you're left wanting to be a better person.
Karamat says, no Apple TV, can't trade with the Royals, feels bad. It is $5 for a month of Apple TV, and I'm sure you could convince Jimmy to pay for it for you.
And you can get a week for free, and you can easily watch the whole season in less than 10 hours.
Absolutely. It's 10, 30-minute episodes. You can power through it in like 5 or 6 hours if you just watch it straight through. Also, somebody recommended the Soundtrack Show to me. I'm already subscribed to the Soundtrack Show. Don't worry. I have a lot of podcasts that I'm subscribed to that I just haven't had time to listen to. I don't need recommendations. I just need time. So.
Roberma also says you can always buy an iPhone TV.
Yeah, if you buy pretty much any Apple device, you'll get a free year of Apple TV. I believe also if you have, if you're a student and you sign up for Apple Music Student, you get 6 months for $5, something like that, and it comes with free Apple TV Plus as well. So it's actually really, really easy to watch. Also, the Apple TV app is now on everything. This is now an Apple TV ad. So the Apple TV app is now on not only Apple TV, but it's on Roku, it's on Android TV, which I was really pumped for, and you can watch it on your computer. You can even watch it on your Android device. You just have to go to the website.
I
This
think my
segment
favorite
of the
thing about
Trade
Apple
Deadline
TV
game stream not brought to you by Apple and Apple
Yeah,
TV.
it's actually brought to you
It is in
by
fact
Old Line
brought to you
Woodwork.
by
Okay, I said it right. I wanted to make sure I said it right. Old Line Woodwork. Old Line Woodwork. Old Line Woodwork.
Old Line Woodwork.
Find Old Line Woodwork on
Old Line
Etsy.
Woodwork.
Is that the only place to find it? Etsy?
Oh, we're also on YouTube. You can watch us build some of the
That's
things
true.
we make.
Old Line Woodwork. Right, look for it right here on YouTube. If I had set up commands on the Stream Deck, I would put the link in right now, but I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. For tomorrow's stream, I'll be able to press a button and just send you the Old Line Woodwork. Jeremy, can you cut together an ad tomorrow?
Yeah.
30 second. We'll have a 30-second Old Line Woodwork spot for tomorrow. All right.
My flight's at 8, just so you know.
What's that, Joe?
My flight's at 8.
Flight's at
just
8.
So you can plan around that.
Right, yes. Joe is indeed flying out of BWI at 8, and Jeremy's obviously got 8 in the morning or 8 in the evening?
8 in the
I
morning.
don't know.
Let's get back to Boston, dude.
Cool. Any other news stories? Anybody in the chat have a news story that we haven't talked about yet? Anybody out here?
That was a notification from a different server. I'm just going to skim this to make sure we're not missing anything. Lots of talk about the home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Boeing from, y'all? That was a discussion we had earlier.
Everywhere.
Boeing is they're pretty
From
much
what I
from
understand.
everywhere. Because I definitely remember because and Michael Pamulis also pointed out that Boeing did have a large presence in St. Louis as well. I have some of my brother's friends, and I think some of my parents' friends also work at Boeing. Yes, Butternades is looking for Rivers. That is a message that I got as well. Slightly Awkward says letter trades. Jimmy, you have taken a few years off, so you did not see letter trades before. Those were new for like year 3 or 4. What do you think about letter trades?
I need to be informed on what letter
Okay,
trades
so yeah,
are.
so what's happening is sometimes teams will trade a letter away from their name.
Oh my god.
So that they have a new name. In past years, we had a team trade for all of the A's. The Oakland Athletics traded for all of the A's from other teams, so they were the Oakland A's. Currently, the Orioles are the Baltimore Oreos because they traded away their I and I believe DFA'd their L, or maybe the other way around.
Yeah. And what's Slightly Awkward's team currently called?
I don't know. The Hell Simps? Is it the Hell Simp? Has it changed since then? There was the Cleveland Windians at one point. They traded for the W from I don't know who.
Oh. Slightly Awkward picked up letters since last time I checked.
Philadelphia is currently the Philadelphia Ties. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. They're fine.
So I was also part of the trade with the donation to the museum, and Otter, she indicated to consider trading to Phil Abundance, which is a food bank in the Philadelphia area. And the argument, yeah, you can trade for me to kind of make the trade look a little bit more, robust and bigger. But I really want to end up on the Padres because I really want to root for the Padres this year. And so I think that the right thing to do is to do a donate off, and I have to match whoever donates the most to Phil Abundance in order to get traded away from Philadelphia. I'm not sure this should work, but I am kind of enjoying this donating to charities thing in order to get trades to happen. And so I think the next move that we need to do is, in order for me to get to the Padres, I have to either match or exceed the donation, the biggest donation from a Philadelphia Philly fan that wants to keep me with the Phillies. Can you guys help commission this and help kind of make sure that we stay on the straight and narrow on this? What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
on that?
I like it. Listen, I'm always happy with charity donations. I think those make a lot of sense. Phil Abundance, in fact, is a charity that Otter has had us donate to before for the pub quiz that we did, and I still get mail from them. In fact, Phil Abundance still sends me letters. So does the ASPCA. I get so much so much mail from charities that I donated to because of quiz. It's great. But yeah, if there's
Otter says she's on board too, so I mean, we're okay with it. Otter is on board. I feel like affect positive change. Thanks for doing this, Jimmy.
Yeah, so I want to eventually end up on the Phillies, and so whether we could do it one of two ways. I'm not sure how many Padres fans are paying attention, but we could do it where either and this really just operates under the assumption that I'm meaningful in any sort of way to anybody. But the Reds could, as a group, donate to Phil Abundance and then the Padres and I, as a group, could donate to Phil Abundance, and whoever collectively donates the most amount of money wins. But I feel like that kind of operates under the assumption that I actually matter to anybody, and so it might just be a me thing where I'm just competing. But at that point, maybe it's just one person's donation, where if everyone pulled all their money in Philadelphia together, I would be in trouble. And I don't really want to be a Phillies fan. So
I'm not sure if Ikakium is watching tonight. He often does, but he is the Padres GM. And that would be I think we can probably talk to him about wrangling Padres people up together to potentially get you into San Diego, because you are. I mean, listen, you're in our baseball mod that holds value to some people.
And Eric Hosmer follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, and you have Danny Duffy's phone number.
I'm not sure if the Padres really love Eric Hosmer as much as I do, so that may not. So that may backfire.
They do. They really do, honestly.
No, they like him just fine. I'm sure they like him just fine. He's still up.
Yeah, no,
San Diego
I was.
Adam
Yeah, I
Jones
was at the
blocked me on
game.
Twitter. Does
They
that
cheered
count for
for him.
anything?
Joe, you're at the game, you said?
Yeah, I was at the game, and they were cheering for him. It was fine.
Exactly.
I think that's worth value.
Otter, it actually worked. It worked okay for us in the past because you
Jimmy making the crucial mistake that saying he doesn't want to stay in Philly.
Okay, she's saying that, but also I legitimately root for the Flyers in the playoffs now.
Does happen.
Like,
But yeah, I'm going to try to trade away more of my users next tomorrow for either donations to foundations or just people promising to watch Ted Lasso. And at the very least, openly admitting on Twitter and that Kansas City barbecue is a superior form of barbecue.
See, now that I won't do.
What other barbecue is there, Nine?
There's St. Louis barbecue.
Korean.
There's Korean barbecue is great. You're not wrong.
You know what? I can't argue with Korean.
All right, so Kansas City is the best domestic.
Kansas City is the best barbecue on the west side of Missouri. I'll say that.
Okay, what does St. Louis have in terms of barbecue that you can brag about that has historical significance?
I don't know. St. Louis got Pappy's. They've got the best burnt ends this side of the Mississippi.
What?
Listen, Jimmy. This is all me. Just so that next time I come to Kansas City, you force me to eat Kansas City barbecue, because we all know it's going to happen anyway.
So you're coming to Kansas City. We're going to the Negro League Baseball Museum. Then we're going to Arthur Bryant's, which is right down the road. We're getting barbecue, and then we're getting LC's, which is right down the road from Arthur Bryant's. We're getting more barbecue, and then we're going to throw up at the baseball game.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Listen, I'm about to have a real job now, so like this is happening. I'm going to fly to Kansas City at some point in the not too distant future. It's got to happen.
Off camera, you can tell me about your new job.
We'll talk about it. All right. Do we have anything else? Are we missing anything?
I got one thing for you guys. In an interesting turn of events for day one, we've had 3 commissioners traded, which usually we go last or near enough to it while GM tried to draft.
You know what's funny is I tried to hold off on trading myself, and then I went to sleep and woke up and Hackett traded me. So so that'll happen.
Alex Brudnicki, have you had Kansas City's burn-ins? Because comparing Columbus to St. Louis is like saying, yeah, I've had diarrhea and I've had vomit. I prefer vomiting over diarrhea.
Christ.
You know, like you can't compare those two when we're talking about whether or not a ham sandwich is better than a turkey sandwich.
If I could mute just Jimmy right now, I would. That would happen. Unfortunately, Skype doesn't work that way. Actually, it does work that way. I could do it. I'm not going to now. Now that he's already stopped talking. But
well, I'm just going to make some sort of very attractive Nine, and Nine will be forced to admit that Kansas City's barbecue is best.
I don't know. We'll see.
But more importantly, I want donations to charitable organizations, or for people who at least watch Ted Lasso.
Listen, you can trade anything to me to watch Ted Lasso, Jimmy. It's going to happen anyway. Yeah, so commissioner trades, yeah, those have been happening fast and furious, Tokyo Drift. Quickly and furiously. I don't know. Angrily.
Yeah.
Quickly and angrily. Available now on Blue.
It's named my new.
Quickly and Angrily 9 in a theater near you.
Or Earls of Chaos.
What?
It's a Ted Lasso reference from season 2. He said, you guys probably don't watch.
I don't watch trailers.
Can we spoil it?
I don't watch trailers, Jimmy. I refuse to watch trailers. Yeah, GMs have been traded a lot today as well. Listen, I think you guys love blowing your wads, and that happens. We'll see how it goes, how it continues over the next couple of days. But yeah, GMs like to make a lot of trades quickly. We have so far traded 39% of all players. There are 690 total signups. We'll see if that number climbs. I don't think we're going to hit our peak again this year.
What was the number of signups? Like, what was the biggest number of signups you guys had?
I think 1,700 in 2017 was our biggest year. Maybe 2018.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds
like
Correct. It was one of the years that we got official MLB.
Yeah, we had. Yes, but I think we had MLB official the second year, didn't we? What year did the Padres host the Australian?
Yeah, that was 2016, right?
But it was bigger. It was either 2017 or 2018 that we had our biggest year.
Honestly, I felt like that first year,
Yeah.
it would have been really boring for anybody. I feel like that first year could have been like a 30 for 30. It was like a very interesting time in my life.
I totally
when that
agree.
happened.
Yeah, no, I very much felt that, and I've mentioned this multiple times, but every single year after the trade deadline game ends, I watch the 30 for 30 silly little game, which is about the invention of rotisserie baseball, which then became fantasy baseball, and that's the feeling I get, like that, like it very much feels like, obviously, we're not to the level of what fantasy baseball is, right? But like I feel
And
like
we're super niche.
it's like that's how electric it feels, especially like that that first year and that second year, like the flash trades year, where we had to like spend 2 hours at the end of the year like trading every single. Was that the first year or second year? That was second year. Yeah, where we pushed back where we became Mountain Time because we had to push back the last couple hours of the game so that we could make sure to get everybody traded. And like we're just like, that's the first year we just started taking teams. We're like, all right, we're gonna take the Cubs now. Hey Jimmy, you're not doing anything. Can you trade 17 Royals users to the Cubs? Yes, I can. It's great.
Well, I remember Royals mods. This was way before there was like simple chat options, so it was just all mod mail to each other, and we were all just like messaging each other on trading away players and stuff. I mean, it was complicated, and that's actually how I got to know each other, because I literally was like recovering from God, and I was just sitting in my house all day every day, and I got nothing better to do, and so I messaged Naim out of the blue. I was like, "Do you need help running this thing?" And so you an Excel spreadsheet, and I spent hours entering all these names.
My answer was absolutely yes, I do need help. Please help, because it was a total mess. The first year there was a lot more people than I expected to sign up. Period. Also, everybody had by default 6 no trade clauses or 7 no trade clauses. Like it was stupid. It was stupid.
It was complicated. It was complicated. We learned from it, but at the same time, it felt the most organic. It was definitely really fun.
Well, yeah, because it was one of those things, right, where like originally we were just locked in, and then like the best thing to happen to the game was reporters, and that happened the very first year. It was reporters just started like, hey, I'm going to start reporting on something. I'm like, oh yeah, we should just like create reporters, and like that was an electric addition. Like adding reporters to the game was such like the best thing that has ever happened to the game, especially the ones who like knew how to, be silly and like get people engaged in their reporting. The next best thing to happen is the site. Avador 77, I agree. Jeremy putting together the database for us and like making it so that it's so much less complicated than it was when we just had to like post on Reddit.
Yeah. Again, that kind of goes back to, like comparisons to fantasy, which was like back in the day, they would have to, check the newspaper and buy them. I'm like, I can't imagine.
Oh my God. Yeah. By the way, because Avador says the site has been a godsend. You don't know how much of a godsend it's been to us. Because before we had to look at the trade, approve the trade in Reddit, and then go to the spreadsheet, put it in the spreadsheet, and then go to the Reddit website and type it into the Reddit website. Now, we click a button and that all happens automatically.
Who built this website?
Jeremy. Yeah.
I had no idea. All I know is that you're just like a woodworking aficionado. I had no idea that your skill and, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
So my day job is typing things and making computers do stuff. My evening thing is Old Line Woodwork. That's oldlinewoodwork.com.
Official, proud sponsor of the 2021 trade deadline tonight. Slightly Awkward says, just tell us who Buster Olney was. If I could, I would. We legitimately don't know.
I
mean,
know
yeah,
who it is.
the running
I know
joke is
who
that
it
it's Joe.
They messaged me today so that we wouldn't ban them again.
Buster only?
Yeah, the user Buster only.
Really?
Yeah, they messaged me
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, I want to start posting again as like just don't want to get banned again."
Oh, well, we can let them into the Discord.
They're in the Discord.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just
Yeah, it's Joe. Problem solved. See, now this doesn't make any sense to me because Buster Only's been around since year one, and nobody currently has been a GM since year one, except for I think Asio, who is a mod and wouldn't need to message you. So I'm
not going to
see. Slightly awkward says
I'll
no. That's
tell you.
Boob because I know Boob messaged you, Bob_Nightingale.
I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm not.
Hmm.
No comment.
No comment. All right. Well,
Be the 5th.
once I get a couple beers into Jimmy over at
That's the
Kansas
word,
City
right?
Barbecue.
I'll say this: they have a check mark on their Twitter.
What?
Yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna. Is it close personal friend of the show Bradley Whitford who follows me on Twitter? My Twitter mutual Bradley Whitford, star of The West Wing.
No. No.
I know it's not. I just like to drop that Bradley Whitford and I are Twitter mutuals as often as I can. All right. I think that's it for storylines of the day, unless I'm missing anything.
I don't think you are.
So do we need to recap?
I think that's the right bombshell to end on.
Yeah, that Jimmy knows who Buster Olney is and hasn't told any of us. Rude. Absolutely rude. Avatar 77 says I need to elaborate on the Whitford story. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a cool guy and he followed me on Twitter. That's what happened. Literally, it's what happened.
That's the extent of the story.
There's no story. Bradley Whitford liked my tweets and followed me on Twitter. It's dope. I'm really happy about it. Cool. Then if we don't have anything else, thanks for joining us for this stream of Trade Deadline tonight. We will be back every single night. Once again tomorrow after the All-Star game, we will return. Maybe he was impressed with the TDG content. Yeah, maybe that was it. It was definitely leftist stuff. It was definitely like political stuff. I think I replied something funny one time, and he was like, "Ooh, I like this," and then followed me. And every so often, he will like one of my retweets or something, and I'm like, "Bradley Whitford still follows me. It's great. I'm really pumped about it.
That's fantastic.
I'm really excited about it." Cool. Yeah, we will be back tomorrow night after the All-Star game to do more streamery. Hit us up if you were interested in being on future streams. I don't know if Jimmy's going to be back on future streams depending on how his schedule allows. I'm happy to have you, Jimmy.
Hope he
We're
is.
always happy to have you.
I'm praying about it. I'll pray about it.
So until then, die in a fire.
May the power protect you.
Watch Ted Lasso, donate money to charities, and Kansas City Barbecue is the best.
And on that bombshell, good night.
Joe, do you need any more pillows or are you good?
You gave me 2. I think that's fine.